Hey everyone, and welcome to the Loft. I'm Woody, as most of you know. So it's been a few months since I've done a live stream, and you can tell I'm a little rusty. Uh, but here we are. We are actually, as of before stream today, I was at 157 subscribers. And so we're close to 160. It's been a fantastic ride. I cannot believe that in less than a year I grew this much, and certainly by any quote unquote successful YouTube standards, uh, my channel is not. I haven't had a meteoric rise or anything like that. That is a one in a million uh, thing that only occurs to some YouTubers, even you know YouTubers that you might say, well, Woody does a better job than that guy, like RMC. No, I'm kidding, Neil. Neil, you. Neil, I know you're probably driving as you are heading home, but thank you for stopping in. Neil is such an inspiration to this channel. He's not the only inspiration, but he is a big inspiration to what I do on the channel and how I do it. And hopefully my voice is a similarly calming tone to his. No, I'm kidding. Um, I I look at what he does and I envy his beard. I don't envy his hairdo. Um, but it's just and the community that he has built up uh, in his Discord and on the channel, that also has been a big inspiration and a big reason why I actually finally started uploading stuff. So it's it's been a heck of a ride. Ren, I hope you and Cora are doing well today. Arcade Ren is here. We have It's an Arse. Retro Tech Ralph is in the room, as is Retro Box Room. Let's see who else is here. Garo Ninja and 8 Bits in the Basement is here. Welcome. All of y'all, I just could not be more thrilled with how things are. Uh, and there's actually a video that I'm trying to download, but I'll play here in a little while. Let people come in and get settled. Uh, I'm hoping audio is working well, and I hope video is not choppy. Uh, Let me know if it is. I'm on one screen right now, so it's kind of a. Hmm. Um, but we have some fun in store. It's not going to be like some Twitch streamers or things like or people who stream on a regular basis where it'll go for hours upon hours. I don't have that kind of energy, and I also have things that I need to do today. Um, fun things, fun things. Mrs. Woody is actually at a doctor's appointment right now, just routine stuff. She's fine, but we have family coming over to stay for the weekend, and so we'll be picking them up here later today because it is currently 10 till noon here in Central Texas. I know for a lot of our UK people, it's what, almost 7 at night. So y'all are sitting down for dinner or had dinner, and I'm just now having my first daily coffee. So, Ninja says, "Nope, your voice makes me rage." Sorry for headphone warning. Uh, I almost thought about going the Glenn Campbell route and coming into stream, and like he used to open the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour back in the day, uh, back in the '60s, going into the '70s. He would open it and the band, and he would be playing. He'd be in the audience and would stand up with his guitar and be playing the intro to "Gentle on My Mind," and would say, "Hi, I'm Glenn Campbell, and I'm happy to be here," and immediately go into the song. That's actually how he would start his concerts too. Um, and so I thought about doing that with this stream and just, "Hi, I'm Woody, and I'm happy to be here. It's knowing that your door is always open, your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words or bonds, and the ink stains that are dried upon some line. That keeps you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and keeps you ever gentle on my mind. And it's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that bind me. Or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're waiting on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you're just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, and some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone. Well, I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. Well, I dip my cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard a ruffling coal pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands round a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waiting on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. And YouTube, you're gentle on my mind." I hope I didn't blow anyone's eardrums out with that. That actually was impromptu. I hadn't planned to actually sing the song. Um, but I'm in that good of a mood today. Have you ever woken up with two similar but different songs stuck in your head? Uh, that's and they're related to each other, but that's what happened to me today. I woke up with a couple of songs in my head, and got to snuggle with Mrs. Woody as well before she had to go to her appointment. So I had a good relaxing morning. That's part of the reason I pushed stream back, is because I was just having too good of a morning. uh, Thank you, Ninja. Better than Katy Perry. Well, Katy modern Katy Perry, with all the bells and whistles. Yeah, it's kind of meh. She herself is actually a very talented singer and songwriter, but yeah. Alistair, is it choppy? Is it being choppy? Is it being a butt? Let me see. Pull up my MacBook and see if I can get a better view of it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is bad. Let me check something. I forget I'm not actually streaming from my laptop, so audio is perfect. Video is laggy. Maybe stopping recording will help. Maybe. Hmm. Let me. Thank you, Ars. Audio is perfect. Video is laggy, just like my singing. Uh, hopefully, hopefully, me closing out a few windows might help that. In fact, one second. I'm doing this on the fly. Okay, I'm going to have it up on my laptop so that way I can close the window here. So hopefully that will improve it, since now my computer's not having to do the processing power uh, to deal with that. So today, what I have going on, or what I'm wanting to do today here in the loft, is I do have the composite video mod. It's coming from the future was 8-bit, all the way in the UK, and I was hoping to get it here by today. Well, really yesterday, so that way I could have it ready to go today. But it sadly is not going to be here till Monday, so I can't do the composite video mod today. But what I am thinking about doing, you see here on my little table here, I have the case and some. You want to talk about RMC being an influence? uh, if you remember last week, he had a video of restore of Mark and him restoring an old Atari 2600, and that kind of reminded me. Oh yeah, I'm working on that. And he did some. Mark did some extra stuff with that 2600 that I thought, I might actually be brave enough to try now. So we have that here. I have paint pens um, right here, so that way I can do the orange trim. Although mine's not nearly as faded as Mark's was, so we will see how that goes. Um, and I have some plastic trim restorer here. Again, it's not the same brand that Mark used. It pretty much is what was available to me at the time on Amazon. So, uh, okay, much better. Yay. Definitely frames per second now rather than seconds per frame. Nice. But yeah, I'm going to try to work on the case today, get that starting to look really nice. Uh, Here in about 45 minutes, we will have a guest actually live. Uh, just as a disclaimer, does anyone know how to connect OBS and Discord? Um, because that's how I'm going to be talking to the guest. Uh, I like having a little bit of surprise, so I'm not going to say who it is. I'll just say he's a huge friend of the channel, and we've been wanting to do something together for a long time. We're not counting, uh, we're not counting this as our collab, but we are wanting to do more stuff together. He does fantastic content. I I don't always get a chance to watch his stuff, but when I do, I binge it, and it is just absolutely fantastic. We have a lot of people in chat to, today that have fantastic channels in their own right, that deserve a lot of love. Arcade Ren is a fantastic Twitch streamer. He and his wife are hilarious. Ren by himself is funny. Ren with his wife, much funnier, hilarious. I love their banter back and forth. It's a lot of fun to watch. And we have Retro Box Room. I don't know if he's still here, but he was here earlier, and just he has been one of the earliest friends and supporters of me getting on YouTube and doing what I do. He just was extremely supportive. Sent me actually a couple of Fusion magazines while I was recovering from my surgery almost 2 years ago. It's about a year and a half ago now that I had my jaw surgery. So my thanks to Retro Box Room for all of the support and the kindness and just the friendship you've shown. Retro Box, or not Retro Box, Retro Tech Ralph is another one who has been just incredibly supportive. Uh, you see he's in my patron crawl at the end of every video. It's he and I just get on really well. And no, Ninja, it is not going to be my wife. She is not going to be the special guest. um, she has a lot of errands and things to run today to get everything ready for our guest, or for our house guest this weekend. So she will not be participating. Um, but let's go ahead and I guess I'll see if I can pull this up right quick. Get OBS and add this. We have a special video message. If I can add it right quick.
Neil here in the cave, just setting up for another day's work. And I wanted to say a big congratulations to you on your 150 subscribers. It's no small milestone. Every single subscriber counts. I'm sure you watch every single one of them tick up and punch the air. I know I still do. It doesn't matter how large your channel gets, you still appreciate every single subscriber and sometimes agonize over everyone that disappears. And you've done so well to get where you are. Love what you're doing, love your enthusiasm, and all of the things. You keep sending me things to the cave, lovely things, and I really appreciate your support, mate. So thank you. Hope you can get over here one day, and long may the subscriber numbers continue to grow for you. And may all of your CRTs live long and prosper. Okay, bye. Take care.
Thank you, Neil. He put that together early this morning. I reached out to him, I guess, about a week and a half ago, and said, "Hey, I hit 150 subs. I'm wanting to do something to celebrate, possibly a live. I didn't even have this planned yet. Possibly a live stream, most likely a live stream. I don't know when I'll do it. Would you want to be a guest, or do you want to do anything for it?" And he said, "Absolutely. I'll shoot a, you know, just let me know when, and I'll shoot a little video for it." And so he absolutely didn't have to do that. His channel is almost what 1,000 times bigger than mine. So he really didn't have to. But definitely give his YouTube channel a watch. If you like my content, you'll love Neil's content because he's a lot more polished than I am. Uh, so weird to look at my hair. I am seeing the video feed of Neil now, and it is a bit choppy. I do apologize about that. But I love at the end how he tried to do a Star Trek reference, um, and just he I think he did a decent job with that. And yes, Retrobox Room, we have been friends for at least a couple of years now. There's another couple of guys that I would like to shout out uh, who have been a tremendous amount of support and help, both in front of the camera and behind the scenes. They've provided a lot of technical help and know-how. And that's the duo over at Pints and Amigas. They started as a streaming channel here on YouTube and have streaming old Amiga games and now old Dreamcast and MSX and now Sega games because they have the Sega Mini. Uh, and yeah, they now stream on Twitch. I've been on their streams multiple times. I'm almost the de facto third member. Um, and they have just been incredibly supportive, and they are good friends. I count them as among my good friends. It's a shame they live so far away in terms of I'm in South Austin, for those of you who don't know. This will give you an idea of the size of the Austin Metroplex. Uh, I'm in way South Austin, uh, almost to a town called Kyle, actually. I'm probably closer to downtown Kyle than I am to downtown Austin, if I'm being honest. And Kyle's tiny. Jack and Taylor of Pints and Amigas live up in a town just outside of Austin called Pflugerville. And in fact, I'll type it in chat so y'all can see how it's spelled. That will make sense here in a moment. Because I realize there's lag. I forget that there's lag, but there's lag. But they live up in Pflugerville, And without traffic, that is a good 40 minutes away from me. Their house is a good 40 minutes away from my house. So it's a bit of a trek when I want to be on their channel and they say, sure, come on. Uh, it's definitely something that if I'm going, I'm committing to the entire day pretty much. And Mrs. Woody and I are a one car family because, well, we can be, um, especially now with the pandemic. So, so if I am going to be on with the guys, uh, Mrs. Woody is stuck here at home. And so if she needs to go anywhere, I mean, she has family that can come pick her up and take her places, but that's still, it's not as convenient as hopping into the car and driving where she needs to go. Um, like today, I can't really go anywhere because one, I have you people, uh, and you know, the other is the car's not here. So I figure for a little while I'll give a little bit of, I don't want to say background, but kind of an update as to the layout here. Uh, I know some of the stuff is not what you normally see, and of course, I have a lot more pregnant pauses and ums and on and uhs and and things like that in this because it's live. uh, I edit a lot of that out in my videos, and that's partly why I moved to the every other week. Hey, Ender, welcome, welcome, sir. Thank you for stopping in. But I that's partly why I moved to an every other week upload schedule. Is editing just was taking an ungodly amount of time, and yes, part of it is time management. I am not good at time management. Even with Adderall, I'm not good at time management. Um, so oftentimes I would shoot on Wednesday, leaving Thursday to be my edit day. Well, it got to a point where editing was so drudgery that waking up on Thursday and realizing, oh crap, I have to edit, um, like would occasionally almost bring me to tears. So, and I don't want this to be a pity party stream at all. But that's really what made me realize, okay, something needs to change. And my channel has gotten to a point now where, and it's a good thing that it's at this point where I can now start to focus on actual quality and content creation skills over quantity and consistency of upload. I've built a decent audience, no matter how tiny. It's huge to me. You guys, especially those that are here in chat and have just been incredibly, incredibly supportive of all that I've done throughout uh, the the whole adventure. It just, oh my gosh! And we're at, it looks like 11 viewers. That's just absolutely fantastic. I am blown away, especially it being a Friday late mid morning going into the afternoon here, and of course later over in the UK where a lot of my other viewers are. Uh, anyway, so want to give kind of a I don't have to stand up tour of the loft. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and stand up and grab the camera, give you a better view. So there's Clint, my Commodore 64. Clint, my Commodore 64 is right there. And for those of you who are new to the channel or haven't seen that video yet, I do have a video where I introduce him and explain why he's named Clint. And right here is Isadora, the Amiga 1200. She has a fun story as to how she got her name. And then, of course, you see all this fun stuff that's normally behind me. And you notice on top of that pixel art display is the miniature 3D printed Commodore 64 that was featured in my Christmas haul video. And one thing that I haven't shown you all yet is what's under the desks, which may or may not happen. I don't know. Well, let's see if I can get it to happen. Well, it's hard to see, but there's storage. And Streamception. There we go. So that is a brief little tour. And Mrs. Woody and I are still, we're not remodeling the house or anything, but we are getting new furniture. We have most of the new furniture in the living room put together and put up, and it looks amazing. It looks like a living room now. Before, what we had was Cora likes the typewriter. So there's a story about that. Well, that typewriter has a name too. Thank you, Ninja. Take care. See you in a bit. But trying to remember where I was in my thought process. Oh, right. Our old living room set it wasn't even a set, but it was two hand-me-down couches. One was a sleeper sofa, and one was a glorified love seat. And they faced each other with a hand-me-down coffee table in the middle. And then facing, so not sure how to. So let's say here are the couches. The TV was here between two windows. Mrs. Woody's couch would be over here, and I'd be over here. And then the coffee table. And the TV rested on an old radio phonograph piece of it's a legitimate piece of furniture. It's huge, from my dad's parents' house. And then a couple of other things from their house, including a small table. And we were holding on to a couple of side tables for Mrs. Woody's dad. And it just was a hodgepodge that was clearly hand-me-down furniture just to get us started. And she and I both were finally just like, okay, we need to get new furniture. So we got new furniture, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard the saga of trying to get rid of the old furniture because it did create some stress. But we finally did and got it all put together. And we have a guy coming in later this month to put in new light fixtures downstairs as well. But there will be some very minor cosmetic changes here in the loft that will only improve things. They'll improve the quality of sound, sound absorption. I'll actually have sound absorption. And it will hopefully lend itself to looking a lot better, and also creating some room behind me, so that way, not everything is having to be on these bookshelves and that table. So this table actually came from my parents' house, and not the current house that they're in now, but a previous house. And they handed it down to me when I moved into an apartment, and it was my entry table there. But it has since moved with me. But really don't need it anymore. But at some point, that closet, you see that door back there, that is a closet, and that is full of gift wrap and gift wrap stuff and things like that. We are going to take all of that out, move that, and if we want to keep anything from it, we'll move it into a different closet, and that's going to be storage for here. One aspect of storage. So that way I can start to clear out under the desk, under Clint and all of that, and create more room. So eventually this is going to go away, so that way I have access. There's also a chair back there. There's a lot of stuff back here that you don't see, and I normally like to keep it that way. But yeah, the typewriter. Cora mentioned the typewriter. Cora mentioned to her father, Arcade Wren, about the typewriter. It actually is a working typewriter. It actually does work. I don't use it nearly as often as I thought I would, but it does work. And it is actually the first piece of retro tech that I owned. And I am only the second owner of it. My parents got it for me for my birthday 5-6 years ago. And, they got it fixed up. It was in really good shape, but it needed some further TLC and repair work done. But they got it to me, and in fact, down in the bottom shelf, under the typewriter on the bottom shelf, is a carrying case for it. It is a Royal Deluxe, a Royal Quiet Deluxe, and it does work, and it is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love having it there. It is named Chester after one of my favorite writers, essayists, and short story author, G.K. Chesterton. He is one of the few writers, and yes, he writes a lot in terms of religion, and even his short stories, the Father Brown Mysteries. It's a crime-solving priest. But you know, I love his writing. I love his writing style. I actually can relate to it. I read I read how he writes, and I read his style, and I, you know, I can. My brain works in a very similar way. He is much more of a genius than I am by far, but I can follow his thought pattern. I can follow his thought process, and he is probably the only author that I will actually actively read and have something where I can take notes. I don't normally take notes when I read. With him, I take notes. He is one of the few authors that has legitimately made me guffaw and laugh out loud. Hey, Jeffrey Lord is here. I'm guessing Lord Jeff from I'm brain farting right now. But yes, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. And I noticed we've dropped off a little bit. Concurrent viewers is now at 7. That is understandable. Hey, I'm impressed that this many people have shown up. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, when is he going to get to the Atari? He's plugged the crap out of Ataripril. When is he going to get to it? Well, we will start that here in a bit. I'm going to, for those who are just now coming in, I'll give a better intro to it this time. Neil from RMC The Cave, who is a fantastic retro YouTuber. He was kind enough, and his channel is almost 130,000 subscribers. He was kind enough to shoot a short video clip for me, specifically to share with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and play it once again, and take it away, Neil.
Neil here in the cave, just setting up for another day's work. And I wanted to say a big congratulations to you on your 150 subscribers. It's no small milestone. Every single subscriber counts. I'm sure you watch every single one of them tick up and punch the air. I know I still do. It doesn't matter how large your channel gets, you still appreciate every single subscriber, and sometimes agonize over everyone that disappears. And you've done so well to get where you are. Love what you're doing, love your enthusiasm, and all of the things. You keep sending me things to the cave, lovely things, and I really appreciate your support, mate. So thank you. Hope you can get over here one day, and long may the subscriber numbers continue to grow for you, and may all of your CRTs live long and prosper. Okay, bye, take care.
Sorry about that. Had the mic turned off. um, yeah, there is significant lag, like a minute between what I'm putting here and what's actually showing up. So that's fun. uh, so let me keep this up so that way I can interact with chat to a certain degree. But here in about 15 minutes, if I can figure out how to do it, we will be having another guest uh, virtually. uh, Someone who I've already name dropped. I haven't said that they're the guest, but they have been an incredible. Oh my gosh, Neil is in the chat. Oh my gosh, Neil is in the chat. Hi, Neil. I've got my official cave dweller mug. It's just coffee with heavy cream. Yeah, I don't know why it's stuttering when I play it. I have no clue why. I was having some issues on my end earlier in the stream, Neil, but I closed a lot of windows and stuff on the system that I'm actually streaming from. I am learning that I might need a better rig if I'm going to stream more often, and that is actually something that I'm thinking about doing. Is on the off weeks do a stream just to have something out there because this is a good outlet for me. Uh, anyway, so quick question, quick technical help. Does anyone know how to link the Discord desktop app with OBS? Like, how can I uh, take the, if I'm doing a video call, how can I take that and incorporate it into this stream? Is that, I feel like that's something that's possible. Also, while we wait, Neil, thank you so much for doing that. You absolutely did not have to. I keep moving this because I'm limited on desk space, so I'm going to move Isadora right quick. Well, go. I think Prince Philip absolutely would want you to celebrate and enjoy life, Neil. So I absolutely think he would want you to eat a pizza. And that is another thing that I do want to mention uh, to my UK viewers. My deepest condolences to you all, and obviously to the royal family on the death of His Majesty Prince Philip. Uh, you know, I figured it would happen soon, but I didn't think it would be this soon. Uh, he was in his late 90s, wasn't he? Like 99, 98, something like that. So it wasn't a surprise, but it's a sad occasion. Uh, and certainly Elizabeth has lost her partner and best friend of decades. Finished my coffee. Neil, I don't know if Philip would do Texas barbecue pizza. I don't know if he had the stomach for Texas barbecue. I would think I would think uh, Elizabeth would. She seems like the type to be just of a firecracker in personality that she would love some tangy Texas barbecue, and it would be a surprise, much like when she drove, took the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, I think, took him on a drive around their rural property. Uh, and she told him, "Yeah, let's go for a drive." And he's thinking that they will both be passengers in the car, and there will be a male driver. Well, she gets behind the wheel, and he's from Saudi Arabia that just now started letting women drive. Um, uh, and she started driving like a bat out of hell, which surprised the crown prince. Um, she is a bit cheeky sometimes, and so I have a feeling that she would enjoy some good Texas barbecue. And chances are, if she did, then Philip would too. I didn't like how that was framing me. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pose this question to chat, and you'll see me say this in a minute, but you'll see this in chat long before then. Yes, yes, I did call her spicy. I also called her cheeky. So I'm kind of vamping. I'll see if the guest could go ahead and go into the Discord uh, voice channel. Ah, excellent. Yes, good idea. Thank you, Neil. I apologize about the delay. I'm having to do some security setting changes. And for those who are curious, I'm using my Durgod mechanical keyboard. It is the Durgod Fusion Steam is the model. It is a with Cherry MX Brown switches. Ooh. Well, that's a problem. OBS will not